What is up, guys? Keon Bai here. Eclair cookie has just shown up as the new epic cookie in Cookie Run Kingdom. As you can see here, I got Eclair cookie to 4-star. Make sure you guys check out my summon video on the YouTube channel. But I wanted to showcase this cookie because this cookie kind of does it all. It's a support cookie with a lot of high base stats that does very well in PvE, PvP, and Guild Boss. So without further ado, let me get on with all these showcases. To begin, I want to give a really quick introduction to Eclair Cookie. Like I said earlier, Eclair Cookie is a support cookie, and Eclair Cookie's skill will be one where it targets the 3 enemies or cookies with the highest attack and apply a weakness debuff on them, where it'll also deal damage as well too. The damage will do 829% per target. If you get to level 60, it'll be higher. Sorry, these are level 57 stats because I kind of messed up my powders in advance. But the weakness debuff will make it so that at level 857, it'll make it so that they receive 25% additional damage for 40 seconds, which is absolutely huge. And the effect stacks up to 4 times, so you can apply it over and over again. So that's why you also want to build cooldown onto Eclair if you can make it happen. If you want to build a full cooldown build, you can do that as well too. But as you can see here, I'm currently running 3 almonds with 2 swift chocolates. I'll talk about that a little bit in a second, but it'll also provide an HP shield of 25% of max HP for 3 seconds after you kill an enemy that has the weakness debuff on them, as you can see there. And if you go and see my toppings, you'll see in overall I have 10.7 attack with 28.3% damage resistance, 5.4 attack speed, and 7 cooldown. You're going to want to have 6.5 cooldown, so you get down to 4-second start cooldown. You can always choose to opt out of the cooldown, but at a 16-second regular cooldown, you're going to have a 5-second starter unless you get 6.5 CD. So I recommend you do that. Ideally, you'd like to go for that damage resist with CD because the priority order of Eclair makes it so that Eclair will end up being in the frontline row. As you can see here with Frost Queen Seafaery, Eclair is going to be up here. And you'll see more so later in the video with team composition with ordering as well too. Alright, so to begin some of these tests, we're going to do some fun 1v1s to begin with. It's going to be Seafaery versus Eclair, 4-star Eclair versus 2-star Seafaery. You'll see here that both the cookies will have nothing available on them. I'm friendly battling the alternate account. You'll see no toppings available, and on the Eclair, you'll go and see the Eclair also has no toppings. The Eclair has a handicap with only having level 57 ability. I don't have enough talent books or powders yet, and I'll be getting those in the next day. But let's just start this battle and go see what happens. For the rest of them, I'm not going to show you guys all their toppings. You guys just have to take my word for it that none of them have toppings. But everybody else will be level 60 with level 60 abilities other than Eclair at 57 once again. So if it is close, just remember that Eclair did have that handicap. Ooh, that was a pretty big chunk of damage from Eclair. Obviously as well too, remember that Eclair is a support cookie. That should be something very big to take into consideration. Ooh, wow. Eclair actually clapped that Seafaery 1v1 style. Actually kind of surprising to me, honestly, but I guess that kind of makes sense because Seafaery is kind of meant for the AoE, even though Eclair is kind of like an AoE debuffer, damage dealer type thing as well too. But let's go move on to the next one where we're going to swap this over to, let's do Pumpkin Pie. And we're going to go change the toppings to the second preset with no toppings, no treasures. All right, for the second one, we're going to do Pumpkin Pie, level 60 versus Eclair, 5-star Pumpkin Pie versus 4-star. And let's go start this battle. All right, so Pumpkin Pie comes out, or Pom Pom comes out. And we're going to smack her down to almost half. But Pumpkin, or Pom Pom and Pumpkin are kind of thrashing Eclair. I think Pumpkin's going to win this 1v1. Ooh. Oh yeah, especially because Pom Pom is tanking those hits. If Eclair was able to do those hits into Pom Pom, into Pumpkin, then Eclair would have definitely won that. No treasures, no nothing. Go. I'm gonna assume Eclair is gonna win here because Eclair did beat Seafaery. Oh my gosh, the damage though. Frost Queen without toppings does have a pretty long cooldown, so I'm going to assume that we're going to reach our skill here and win again. There we go. GG's. But once again, these 1v1s is not completely indicative of how good a character is because toppings and treasures are a pretty big portion of things, as well as team composition is a pretty big portion. But it's pretty cool to see that Eclair as an epic cookie can definitely hold his own against a lot of these top tier cookies, especially the most recent cookies. But let's go proceed with some other real testing. Now, I don't have high hopes for this one, but we are going to do 825, the Swift Chocolate stage, with a solo Eclair run. I'm just going to say it's not high hopes because Eclair is kind of designed to be a team character and single target anyways. But we are going to run our treasures of Revival Feather, OP Scroll, and Swift Jelly Watch. And let's go see how far our Eclair can make it. If you can make it to the boss, I definitely think there's a possibility we end up beating it. 829 has that stun lock, so I'm pretty sure he wouldn't win. But, oh, pretty nice AoE there for that hit. And let's see. How many people will he hit here? He's on. Oh, he hit all of them. I didn't realize Eclair hits all the enemies, but that's pretty cool. Pretty good hits on the damage there. Dude, wait, he actually might win this. He has like pretty healthy HP and not a lot of I mean, and the Revival Feather wasn't used. Oh, so he only hits 3 people, I believe. Maybe. That makes sense because his debuff is only 3 people, I believe. Weakness. Yeah, he marks them and hits them. Still very, very strong stats on Eclair to be able to just kind of tank everything and beat everything down. Very strong. Once again, we are running 3 almonds and 2 Swift chocolates. Oh, that was actually very, very easy. I don't think we need to show 829, but wow, you can see here that on a simple 825, he's able to just blow people up and run a train on that stage. So now, if you guys are struggling to beat some of the harder boss stages, such as 1127, as well as the final stage of floor 12 or episode 12, I think Eclair Cookie could definitely be a very, very good PvE unit in place of Vampire if you guys do not have Vampire built up. If you guys want to have a character that does it all, once again. If you guys want a character that does PvE, Guild Boss, and PvP, Eclair can definitely be a worthwhile investment for you guys to summon for, as well as use, because he does that large nuke, as well as he will weaken the enemies so that you can deal more damage to it. Obviously, you can run both Vampire and Eclair if you wanted to. For future content, you could even take something like Sea Fairy off if you guys want to do that, and this would probably be the more ideal boss rush type of run going down, something like Toxic Mushroom as well too. You guys will see later in this video with the Guild Boss run, which is kind of more in line with like a 1230 or 1127 boss type of fight. You guys will see exactly what I mean by Eclair being a very, very strong PvE unit, whether it's AoE style, Alliance, or Guild Boss as well too. So for Guild Boss, I'm just going to show you footage of one of our viewer and friends, Marco Manboy. He's one of the top PvPers in Hollyberry server. He has level 11 OP Scroll, level 12 Slingshot, level 12 Jelly Watch, and he's running Dark Choco, Toxic Mushroom, Eclair, Vampire, and Cotton Cookie. He did say that you could run Sorbet Shark for less consistent runs, but higher potential damage increase. But I'm assuming you could also run Pumpkin Pie if you have that, because I've used Pumpkin Pie in place of Toxic Mushroom before too. Toxic Mushroom will be better, but Pumpkin Pie is still pretty solid. You'll see here he uses the skill right before Eclair's skill goes to 1 second or goes off, and then he's going to auto cast Cotton again, and then he's going to use his Dark Choco, Toxic Mushroom, and then Eclair and Vampire, and he's on auto, so this is kind of just a route. I'm not going to break this down because I don't know if Marco Man wants me to explain it and kind of exposed how to do Guild Boss, but you guys can find a lot of videos out there on how to do it, and I'll be making my own later. The reason why I'm not doing my own is because Guild Boss reset while I was running my tests, and it reset down to 1, and you'll see here that this is a level 56 Guild Boss. This is a very, very high level, and he's doing 6.7 million. He's going to show you guys the toppings as well too, for those that are kind of interested in those. We're not going to go do a full breakdown. We're just going to talk about like their base idea. He's just running full raspberry on all of them, as you can see here. He has 4.7 cooldown, and he has attack there, crit there at 45 and 1.7. Ooh, shoot, we missed the poison mushroom one. Poison mushroom is at 52.5 attack, no crit because he can't crit. You have the 5.5 cooldown, 20 damage resist. Most of these other stats don't matter too much, but this is one that really matters with Cotton Cookie at 24 cooldown. Around there, you gotta run 5 Swift Chocolate, and you have to have high cooldown on a lot of the pieces on substats. The rest of the stats don't really matter too much. Vampire here is at 10 crit, 50 attack, 5 raspberry, and that's pretty much it. Thanks again to Marco Man for letting me see that run. But as you can see here, Eclair is exceptionally strong in the Guild Boss as well too. You can choose to run other things, but I believe Eclair is going to be stronger because Eclair has that high nuke similar to Vampire's single target nuke, as well as Dark Choco's defense down, where Eclair will do the weakness debuff. That's really, really strong and really, really awesome. All right, so for my PvP toppings, we're going to start off with a Eclair cookie because obviously that's one that's going to matter to you guys the most. I'm currently running the 3 almonds with 2 Swift chocolates. I have level 57 skill. Once again, I'm kind of nerfed. Once the reset happens and I get farm bounties, I'll probably be upping that to 60 or trying to. But you guys will see my over stats here are going to be 10.7 attack with 1% crit rate, 28.3 damage resist, 5.4 attack speed, and 7 cooldown. I'll show you guys the actual toppings for Eclair, but I'm not going to show you the rest of them. You'll see here I have 5 damage resist, 2.1 attack, and then debuff resist. This one has 3.7 damage resist, 2.6 attack, 1% crit, and we'll have 1.1 attack, 1 cooldown, and 2.8 attack speed. This one's probably the worst piece on him, but I just needed that slight amount of cooldown so I can get to 7 cooldown. I needed 6.5. But I couldn't really get that with the damage resist toppings I had. I didn't really have cooldown on these, as you can see here. These kind of the better ones that I have, for at least for my purpose, because I'm trying to keep them alive. That's my main goal, but I also want to get 6.5. So I opted to sacrifice some almonds so I can just run 2 Swift chocolates to get some cooldown reduction going on for myself. And you'll see here I have the 1.4 damage resist here with 2.1 attack and debuff resist there. And then the last almond I have is 2.7 attack, 6 damage resist, and 2.7 attack. I kind of went crazy. I was upgrading this one for this video here. You can see how excited I was by marking it as 4 to make sure I knew what was going there. And so for the other cookies, we have Sea Fairy with 4 raspberry with 1 Swift chocolate. I do have that 11.8 cooldown reduction, which helps her get to 4%. 4-second start, but that doesn't matter too much because I have set Eclair to 4-second start as well too. So technically, I guess you could not choose to go for 11.8, but you still probably do want to go 11.8 just because you want that cooldown so that when you go through the second rotation of skills, as you will see in these PvP battles later, I need to use like 2-3 rotations of skills. You want to reach those skills earlier so that before your opponent ends up reaching them. Otherwise, you will die out. But otherwise, I have 45.4 attack with 2.6 crit and 4.5 damage resist. I kind of want my Sea Fairy to die first so that the Revival Feather revives her up, but you can kind of have Frost Queen die first if you want as well too. But Frost Queen is running 5 Swift Chocolates with 17.7 cooldown with 3.9 attack, 3.5 crit, and 15 damage resist. Our next cookie here is going to be Cotton Cookie. I kind of use both of these, but I would like to more so mix and have a new Cotton Cookie topping set, which I'll work on later. But for right now, I'm just running 5 damage resist for those PvP battles. And I have 5.6 cooldown with 3.9 crit resist. I don't know why I mentioned that. 1.8 attack, 6.8 attack. Sorry, 1.8 attack speed, 6.8 attack, 2.2 crit rate, and 29.2 damage resist. The heavy focus damage resist build, but you can also go cooldown. You kind of have to find a good balance. And then Cocoa Cookie is running 5 Swift Chocolate with 13.8 damage resist, 17.5 cooldown, 6.2 attack, and 2 crit. And that is all the toppings there. And our treasures are level 8 Revival Feather, level 7 OP Scroll, and level 12 Jelly Watch. Alright, so now we're going to go do some PvP. We're going to do some Master 1 PvP where you'll see here, this guy's probably run Cocoa, Hollyberry, Sea Fairy, Frost Queen, and Cotton versus our Eclair, Sea Fairy, Frost Queen, Cotton, and Cocoa Cookie setup. We have higher level treasures than them by 1. They have level 7 and level 6 for Revival Feather and OP Scroll, and I have level 8 Revival and level 7 OP. Or rank 1200. This is Master 1 PvP. I'll show you my toppings a little bit later, or maybe before this. Not too sure how I'm going to be editing this video, but let's see. Ooh, we got kind of beat up there a little bit. But can we, since we survived the first wave, maybe the second wave will be fine for us? Ooh. Oh, this is very interesting. Okay, we kind of annihilated a lot of their DPS. We survived their wave, and it's only other tanks left. I'm pretty sure this is in the bag. It's kind of interesting to see, though, that our Frost Queen ends up, like, surviving, or using her skill before our Eclair. We got 8 trophies of that, though. Very easy. Okay, not so easy, but let's go on to another battle and go see what we can end up having. If we lose, we'll keep them in, because I do want to keep this an honest video to see what goes on. Might as well go and try our luck against this person. This guy has way more treasures, trophies than us. So they're probably a better geared out setup than we are, because our gearing setup isn't the best. I'll say that. for our Cotton and everybody else. Ooh, our Sea Fairy died. Oh no. We killed their Frost Queen, and they only have Sea Fairy left though, so maybe we'll be good, especially with this freeze here. That actually lines up so well for Frost Queen to freeze them out, so that our Eclair and our Frost Queen can end up using their skills as well too. So that's really, really good. I like this team comp. We ended up beating this 852 player. We're gonna get some mad trophies here to pop up. I mean, we're already Master 1, so it doesn't matter, but it always feels good to win, right? So this team is doing exceptionally nice already, especially because you got to remember as well too, my my Cocoa Cookie is only 2-star. This should be a pretty easy win, but let's see. 27 trophies versus 2,700. Master 1 versus Master 1. It sounds like they have. It might be that they have more trophies than we do as well. Oh, we're about the same. Whoa, wait, how come there? Wait, is that a visual glitch? Why was there 2 pumpkin pies? Did you guys see that? This guy got super clapped though, man. I better get all these battles out quick before people start moving to Eclair meta while people are asleep, because the reset just happened a couple hours ago. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people are sleeping still. One of my viewers asked to check damage after battle, so let me go check some damage and go see who ends up doing more and see where all the damage comes from. I'm sure people in the YouTube world will want to care as well too. And we'll see here, Eclair only does 22%, but I mean 22% versus 25 is pretty good, especially because Eclair is also debuffing the enemies, not only dealing damage but debuffing. That's pretty cool in my opinion. I like that. He's holding his own against legendaries on top of being able to buff too, so that's really nice. Absolutely wiping out the meta right now. Should we make the thumbnail for this video? Eclair destroys the meta? Hey, we might as well, right? White flag? Didn't we do that for our Cotton Cookie? And Cotton did destroy the meta. Changed the guild boss meta, changed PvP meta, changed PvE meta. And I think Eclair is doing the exact same thing. Eclair is going to be changing guild boss meta because Eclair is good as a single target with debuff weakness. It's like a mixture of Vampire and Dark Choco for guild boss. It's going to increase the damage even higher. For PvP, look how disgusting this is. Dev Sister, I said this on my Twitch stream, but Dev Sister does this a lot where they end up like making it so that the new cookie is just like hot fire, so that people want to pull for it and do a lot of things with it. We don't have the ability to refresh right now, but I don't want to really make cuts in this video, so we're just going to clear out these other 3 people. These should still be very easy battles. Why is the game glitching and just showing multiple people? Is it showing the weakness? Is the person that Eclair hits having multiple visions of them or something? I have no idea what's going on there. But the reason why I'm saying this might be a little bit weird is because I think there's somebody who has like 3,000 trophies on my list that might absolutely destroy me. Maybe we'll just add a small cut to this video. They have a Cheese Kumio comp. You know what? Screw it. Let's go play this against Cheese Kumio comp. Let me go see how this plays out against it. I'm going to assume that we're going to lose against Cheese comp. But it's worth the test to see how it goes. This video is going to be about first impressions for Eclair Cookie. It's just going to have a combination of 1v1s, PvE, guild boss, PvP, etc., right? This video will be probably a little bit long, but I don't really want to split this into multiple videos because I just don't see like an absolute huge purpose to that. So I kind of want to run defense here instead of Squishy Jelly Watch to see if I'll survive it. Because the whole point of killing this cheese comp is surviving their burst, right? Because there's no way I'm going to be bursting them first, I think. Especially with Kumio taunting me, but we'll see. See how this goes. Oh, wow, the stun. Because Kumio only stunned 3 of them. That actually absolutely destroyed this composition. I didn't even need the defense. Because Sea Fairy was able to go off and Kumio ended up charming Cocoa, Eclair, and Frost Queen. So, oh my gosh, this is really, really good. Wow. Works out so nicely. even scams the anti-scam, the scams the scam. Wait, let's try it again here. I don't know what kind of scam comp this person's running, but they have Crit Scythe and Bear Jelly, I think. I'm just running defense again, because once again, I'm just trying to survive their burst. Oh, they have Twizzly. I still think I'm gonna win this. Oh, Eclair died. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, we lost. Alright, well, that didn't work out too well, but I'm sure I can tweak that to maybe be a little bit better. Probably have like more burst instead of defense. Either way, it was fun. I would have definitely brought like a pumpkin pie to deal with the Twizzly maybe. But let's go back to running our regular stuff and go back with our treasure here. And we're gonna run this one. Oh, I just realized this new treasure actually might be a little bit broken too. Insignia of Indomitable Knights. I wonder if you would want to run like a no healer comp and just let people die out and then get healed through that method. Or just use it in general, but right now it's a very low level treasure. Obviously with T-Knight, that's going to be a very good treasure. But as of right now, it's a little bit sus. T-Knight should run full damage resist like all around the board because he wants to be the last one standing for sure. Ooh, wait. Are we going to win here? Our Sea Fairy just barely survived, so we probably win here. Yeah, their DPS are dead. Dude, Eclair is so good at destroying DPSs. As long as you can survive the damage. Although, with Eclair, I'm wondering if we want more cooldown reduction or if this is, like, good enough. I think this mixture that we have right now is good enough, but what I'm seeing here initially is Eclair Cookie is having so much HP that he's over-surviving. But I think that's fine. I don't necessarily think you want him to die, but let's try against this one. This is also a pretty popular comp of pure vanilla here. But this team comp is absolutely running a train. I will admit that before I had Eclair, I was kind of struggling to do PvP because my toppings weren't like necessarily the best for the composition I was running. The previous composition I was running was either Cocoa, Sea Fairy, Frost Queen, and Cotton with either Polyberry or Pumpkin Pie. And I was kind of like having to fight a lot of weaker people because I was like kind of struggling here and there, but ooh, wait, this is actually looking like it's gonna might lose, possibly? Okay, no, we win. We've definitely clapped that. Ooh, that was pretty close, though. Pretty close on that one. Boom. There with that big fat nuke, 880,000. I actually want to see the damage on this one, too. I'm going to assume that Eclair didn't do as much as the other ones. Yeah, because a lot of AoE was being shoved out there. I only got one Eclair cookie on 70 pulls. I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe you'll have better luck in the future. Dude, we have so many tickets left. We might as well burn these ones. Go all the way in with this PvP, because I'm sure people want to see as much PvP as possible. I hope they come out with a costume for Eclair very quickly. I don't really like how Eclair looks, to be honest. What's super weird to me as well, too, is Eclair's cosmetic, or Eclair's voice in English, and Eclair's, like, look how cute Eclair looks, like, so happy, but he sounds, like, so masculine. Like, it sounds like it's supposed to be, like, T-Knight's voice actor instead of Eclair's voice actor, and it just, like, trips me out, throws me off.
I will not falter.
The new treasure is OP with that 3-second stun. I don't know. Bop. Fully dead instantly. And now we'll go to our next set of 5. Dude, I've climbed so many ranks though from this like small session of PvP. Now I no longer have to be afraid to fight anybody. I've won all battles. Wait, I lost one. I lost against that Twizzly Cheese comp. But god dang. Well, I guess that means it'll be easy for me to burn all my PvP every day. Instead of having to wait for my refreshes, I could just fight all 5 people and move on. Alright, I'll do that white flag. Also, guys, small tangent, because if you guys are looking for a guild in Hollyberry server, we are looking to recruit people. Once again, shameless plug. We are currently top 40. We used to be top 30, but we had some people go quitting, and it's been a struggle to find new members. We have some really, really strong members, though, and I always try to push for people to learn how to do guild battles so that we can be high rank. We're always in the top % for events, though, so definitely if you guys are looking for a high tier guild for good rewards and do good guild battle damage yourself, definitely look for it. I know there's a lot of people hesitant to join a new guild because they're already like rank 1 in their guild and they're looking to get those like rank 1 crystals for being rank 1, but I would think it's much better for you to be in a high tier guild so you can get rank 1 rewards for the events, then instead of just getting passive like an extra 100 crystals for being the top scorer in your guild. Who knows, maybe it'll be a top scorer in our guild too, but we're currently scoring like, I don't know, probably like 4-6 millions on the high tier bosses for most of our players. But we went from top 1,500 to top 1,000 pretty quick. Pretty nice.
'Tis cold and silent.
I'm wondering if there's a better team comp than this. Something a little bit more cheesy, but I definitely think this is good because Cocoa and Cotton healing up your character to help survive till the next wave. Because you can see here my Sea Fairy is kind of struggling to stay alive a couple times. I don't know, I don't think I'm really using my Revival Feather too much, which is actually very interesting. But when I do use it, it's just an even faster finish, I feel like. Oh, I just realized. Oh, look how close. Okay, so yeah, I will change my mind once again, about the Eclair. I definitely think Eclair wants to be running this damage resist. You can see he's almost dying. And I'd much rather have Sea Fairy revive and use the feather than have Eclair use that. So if you guys are building your Eclair, definitely look to build it with damage resist because he will be one of the front liners.
I did what I could.
I will also recommend that you run 6.5 cooldown reduction, whether you run it through all of your almonds. That's like probably ideal. I have 7% damage resist or cooldown reduction on my Eclair right now, but you want 6.5 so you can get a 4-second starter. And you guys will see here, I will commentate this one if you guys are still watching these PvP battles. You guys will see here that we'll have our Cocoa Cookie go first because I have cooldown reduction on her. Then Eclair will go down to put weakness debuff. And then I'll have our Sea Fairy, then our Frost Queen go out to be able to nuke them down. And then Cotton Cookie will come through and heal and stun people again, chain CCs. So that's how this team essentially works. If you guys also didn't know, the ordering of skills will be based on if everybody has the same exact cooldown timing, who is in the front. You'll see here that Eclair is ahead of everybody else in the 4-second field. So that's basically how that one works. We're going to do another battle here against this composition. This is probably the cheese comp, but I still just want to see if it works well against the cheese comp, because that is a pretty popular comp in the meta, and we're just going to keep running our Eclair setup. We're going to switch from our Jelly Watch over to our Defender's Horn, whatever it's called, Monster Horn, I forget. And hopefully, let's see, they have Gingerbrave and Miho here. I want to see that interaction some more. Oh, so it's never mind. It's Charming Cotton, Frost Queen, and Eclair, and Sea Fairy's still able to go off and destroy the rest of the team. Super awesome. Yeah, Kumiho comp needs to be destroyed, and I'm super glad this team comp just straight up counters it, because now people can't burn Kumiho. Now, I'm absolutely happy that I didn't build up Kumiho and run this cheese comp, because I was very tempted to do that after I kept getting beat up by it in the past. I'm really happy that it does well against that, because now I don't regret not leveling up like my Kumiho and my Almond and stuff like that. Pretty cool. You get to the guild screen by going to the home screen, and on the bottom middle next to the gotcha summons there's a guild button. I didn't see what this person was running, but I'm assuming I'm gonna win here. But what's also kind of funny is I wonder if it's a bug to see the multiple character. Like, see how Pumpkin Pie keeps glitching out? Is that like an Eclair thing? I think that's just a glitch, right? Because we had the Twizzly glitch out over and over as well too. But I'm super happy about this cookie. I don't know about you guys, but I'm super happy about it. It's doing really well in like all fields. Much better than I thought it was going to do based on the trailer video that I glimpsed at. Crazy multipliers on this character. T-Knight also has crazy multipliers too. But you gotta remember that once again, Eclair cookie is pretty much keeping up with damage with Frost Queen. And Sea Fairy is only having more damage because Sea Fairy is getting revived by the feather and getting an extra skill off. But Eclair is keeping up with somebody who does AoE damage when Eclair is not hitting as many targets as Frost Queen is, right? That's really cool. Or maybe it is hitting as many. Not too sure. But either way, Eclair is super Giga Chad, super strong. Is my knight in shining armor. Kumiho comp still works, you just need to grow off? Are these people running robe that I was fighting against? I don't quite remember. Bop, bop, bop. Dead. Yeah, I'm gonna become top 500 at this point. I don't think you get anything special for being top 500. Or do you? I forget. I haven't cared too much about PvP rank since last season. Last season, I was super sweaty on getting high rank. I was like top 200, top 100 for a while. And I kind of stopped caring. But that's going to be all for the PvP. Hopefully you guys had fun with those PvP battles. And we'll go on to the rest of the video. Alright, because this video is getting extremely long, I'm not going to include Alliance footage in here, but Alliance footage should be in my future video where I cover Alliance and strategies to go involved with Alliance, because Eclair cookie will definitely be used in my Alliance team as a big helper in that. But overall, as you can see here, I believe that Eclair cookie is exceptionally strong in PvE because it does AoE and it does help out with single target boss damage killing, as you can see as well too from the guild boss. And so I definitely recommend you guys build up Eclair or pull for Eclair if you guys are into the PvE aspect of Cookie Run Kingdom. But if you guys are interested in the PvP aspect of Cookie Run Kingdom, Eclair has been absolutely phenomenal in dominating stuff with the high nuke. As you saw, it was doing very similar damage to like Frost Queen or very comparable, and possibly even Sea Fairy, especially if you add on that weakness debuff as well as the HP shield you get to keep your team alive. I can definitely see a lot of people switching to an Eclair meta in PvP to the point where we're probably going to find some Eclair counters, and maybe we'll post some videos on that as well too. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys leave a like, share this video with your friends, comment down below what you guys think about Eclair cookie, subscribe for more Cookie Run and other gacha content like Genshin Impact. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/KLMPie to watch me play Cookie Run and other gacha games live. Make sure you guys join our Discord to be part of our Cookie Run community, especially once again if you guys need a guild, because we are recruiting in our Hollyberry server top guild. As well as make sure you guys follow me on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.